Welcome back. Dr. Mkunu, are you here?
Yes, I'm here. I'm here.
Okay, awesome. Thank you so much for doing our last presentation. Before we start, Dr. Mkunu is a master guide, married with 2 children. He's a member of the Mamelodi Central Church, Ministries, Publishing Ministries leader. At district level, he is the
Hello. I'm losing. I'm losing you, my leader. Is it only me? Hello.
We can hear you, but not the MC.
Hello, Dr. Mkunu. Yes, we can see something. Thank you. Yes, please make it on presentation mode. Thank you. Thank you so much. You are unmuted. You're on mute. Let me see if you are. Can the host make him a co-host? I can't see. Dr. Mkunu, are you there? Oh, okay. I've requested you to unmute.
Hello.
Hello. Yeah, we can hear you.
Can you hear me now?
You're a bit far. I'm not sure if
Can you hear me now?
it's better. Thank you. Hello?
I'm now unmuted. Can someone hear
Yes,
me?
we can hear you. Please proceed.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Good afternoon, leaders. Thank you so much for the opportunity. So mine is about the developmental growth. I will be running through this presentation. I may not present all the slides in the interest of time. I will try to cover the basic principles that will cover both adventurers and pathfinders, since we are all here about the two clubs. In terms of developmental growth, okay. Now, just an overview of this workshop. This workshop investigates the stages of development and in use ages 10 to 15. So I will also include ages 4 to 9. Those are adventurers, okay, and how we can effectively relate to them as leaders. This workshop will include methods for mentoring them as disciples of Jesus, nurturing them as they mature into the full stature of Jesus. Right. The main objective of this workshop is to develop an understanding of the developmental needs of adventurers and pathfinder age of young people and how to relate to them effectively. We have a few objectives for this workshop. One is to know the different age characteristics of pathfinders and adventurers, engage pathfinders and adventurers in developmental learning activities, to discover programming concepts that strengthen pathfinder and adventurer involvement by meeting their developmental needs. Okay, so the last objective of this seminar is to develop a clear understanding of appropriate and inappropriate discipline principles and practices. All right, these are the objectives. We have few scripture text on stages of development. The first one, we have scripture text on infancy, okay? That is Jeremiah 1 verse 5 to 7, Psalm 139 verses 13 to 18. We also have the Bible saying something on childhood. We have 1 Timothy 4 verse 12, 2 Timothy 3 verse 15, and 2 Peter 3 verse 18, Deuteronomy 6 verse 6 and 7. So if you get time, leaders, you go through these verses. Okay, they are about stages of development. And the last text is about old age. This is Ecclesiastes 3 verse 1 to 8 and Psalm 23. Right. Now, the basic needs of children. The basic needs. One, all children have certain basic needs as well as needs that are specific to their age of development. The basic needs of children are the following. One, we have physical needs. Our children need food. We can't teach them when they're hungry. They need warmth. They need shelter. They need safety. Okay. Mental needs. Okay. They need power to make choices and follow plans. They need to learn one's place in family, school, and church. Discovering and developing one's gift and talents. These are mental needs. Furthermore, on the needs, okay, we have emotional needs. They need a sense of belonging, okay, and approval and recognition, expression of unconditional love and acceptance, freedom within defined boundaries, humor, that is opportunity to laugh, Hence, as counselors and leaders, we need to have this sense of humor when dealing with children. They need time to laugh as well. Then we have the spiritual needs, okay? And all-knowing, loving, caring God. They need to know our God, the God we serve, forgiveness of wrongs and a chance to start over. We need to give them these concepts: assurance of acceptance with God, experience in prayer, answers to prayers, a chance to grow in grace and in the knowledge of God. These are the basic needs. Okay, we need to understand them. Okay. Now, let's look at the developmental characteristics of adventurers and pathfinders. Okay, we are going to look at the very first class, Little Lamb, 4 years, Early Bird, 5 years. We're going to look at the characteristics of age 6 to 9 years, pre-adolescence, 9 to 12, early adolescence, 13 to 15, late childhood, girls and boys, early adolescence, girls and boys. And lastly, we're going to look at the basic principles of effective club discipline. Right. Now, beginning with adventurers, so that I cover a wide scope in this presentation, because we have 2 clubs. Right. An adventurer is a pre-kindergarten children to grades 4. It is age 4 to 9. This club is a unique club. We have physical characteristics. Right. Now, leaders here in attendance, listen to the adventurer speaking. Okay. Now, forget that I'm a presenter here. Now I'm speaking as an adventurer. Okay. I have boundless energy. I am developing coordination. With regard to mental characteristics, I learn by doing. I am curious about everything. I understand what I can see and touch. I am imaginative. I memorize easily. And I like variety. Okay? So these are the physical characteristics and mental characteristics of adventurers. Okay? Let me continue to speak like an adventurer. Under social emotional characteristics, I am learning social skills. I am becoming more independent. I need success and approval from you. I am easily overexcited. I am very social. Okay, these are the socio-emotional characteristics of adventurers. Now, regarding the spiritual characteristics of adventurers, listen to the adventurer speaking. I am concerned with distinguishing right from wrong. I am still motivated by self-advantage. I soak up biblical knowledge. This is me as an adventurer. Okay, so the adventurer has now stopped speaking. Now let us talk about them. Looking at the characteristics, beginning with the little lamb. 1, the physical characteristics. Little lamb, they learn through play. They have short attention span. They try by all means to obey rules. They understand danger and may develop fears. Okay, they experience mood swings. Okay, but tantrums don't last long. That's how they are. Okay, they know 6 to 8 colors, understand size and shapes and concepts. They like to do things for themselves. Physically, that's who they are. Little lamb, motor skills. Okay, they like to run, to climb, to skip. Okay, to catch a bounce ball, learning to write and draw. They dress themselves, but they may need some help in dressing themselves. They can hold a pencil, can use safety scissors to cut a line, can complete simple 4 to 12 piece puzzles. In terms of motor skills, this is who they are. Socially, okay, they can share when asked to do so. Okay, they have imaginary playmates. They explore the body. Okay, they begin to play with others in groups. Okay, they may be bosses sometimes. They can change rules, okay, to games. Sometimes they lie to protect friends or themselves. They can be aggressive, but want friends. Socially, this is who they are. Now, elevate. Physically, these ones, okay? They can control gross motor skills more easily. They have difficulty in controlling large body movements. They struggle to control volume of speech. Okay, they can take themselves to the bathroom occasionally. Okay, now they can dress themselves with slight assistance from the adults. Cognitively, they have short attention span also. They learn actively and focus on one thing at a time. They need specific direction, require consistency, and they can confuse reality and fiction. They want to make their own decision. Okay, they are just literal, cognitively. That is their mindset. Socially, who are they? Elevates. They may not share well. They may appear to be know-it-all. They are competitive and like to win. They only see their point of view as the correct one. Okay, they are easily embarrassed by criticism. So therefore, as counselors, we need to make sure how we deal with them. So understanding this age cohort will help us. Okay, they love encouragement and rewards. Right. Now, let's look at the characteristics of age 6 to 7 and 8 and 9. Okay. Age 6 to 7, physically, okay, they have small muscle coordination that is developing and improving as they grow. Normally, girls are ahead of boys. This is 6 to 7. Emotionally, they have a new intense feelings, deep need for approval from peers and adults, hard to control. They have a behavior that's very hard to control. This is how they grow. These changes take place in their body as they grow from little lamb to early bird, etc. Okay, socially, these ones, they struggle with social acceptance, extremely competitive, needs spotlights. They want to be known. Okay, this is 6 to 7 years. Now coming to 8 to 9 years, this one, they are now growing up. They have good muscle coordination. They become impatient with failure. So therefore, we need to encourage them to make sure that they succeed, they pass. That's who they are physically. Okay. Now, emotionally, okay, teasing, nicknames, criticism, and venting anger. So you may see them behaving these behaviors, okay? Teasing each other, criticism, okay? Developing right versus wrong value systems. So all these behaviors, they are manifested in this age cohort, 8 to 9 years, emotionally, okay? So socially, we say here, the status within peers is important. They want to belong somewhere. Okay. So here the child decreases dependency on adults. They want to stand, they want to say, now I can do things on my own. Okay. Still on this one, now intellectually, who are these? 6 to 7 years. They have intense eagerness to learn. They ask a lot of questions. So therefore, we need to have ready answers when they ask us questions. Okay, they have limited concept of time, listening skills developing rapidly. Okay, So as they grow, their listening skill will develop quickly. 6 to 7 years still under their spiritual development. These ones need visual to help understand God's greatness. When we teach them, we need to use visual. It can be PowerPoint, it can be pictures, posters. They need visuals to help them understand how great is our God. They need specific examples of Jesus, okay? They need to know that Jesus is their friend. Now, with regard to physical development, we have here growth proceeding more slowly, high activity level, and they can stay still only for a short period of time. So therefore, when we teach them, we need not to keep them for a long time in your class because they have a short span of attention. Now look at the age 8 to 9, intellectually. These ones, they will realize that there are other valid opinions, okay? They will listen to others and learn and grow from listening, okay? The becoming reasoning and things conceptually. So cognitively, these ones are now growing up. Spiritually, these ones have a sense, okay, a need for God's help and guidance, okay, a desire to become a member of God's family. So all of these things, if we want to grow them spiritually, we need to teach them spiritual things, okay, lessons taken from the Bible, okay. Physically, as they grow, these ones, they grow slowly but steady, okay, with their muscles developing, and the attention span of these ones, 8 to 9 years, it increases as they grow. They can at least listen to a lesson a bit longer time as compared to the age 6 to 7 years. Okay. Now let's look at the pre-adolescent, 9 to 12 years. Okay. Now we say the junior age is full of noise, okay, and ceaseless activity, slow growth and boundless health. Here, girls tend to be more developed than boys physically, but after the age of 12, boys begin to catch up. Okay, maybe here as adults and leaders, we have observed this behavior, this type of growth in our children. Okay, early adolescents, 13 to 15, here we normally observe what rapid growth with awkwardness due to lack of coordination of mind and body. Okay, they feel embarrassed because certain organs will grow more rapidly than the rest of the body. I hope also here we have observed this growth in our children as leaders and as parents here. Okay, now their characteristics as they grow developmentally, beginning with mental development. Okay, this is a golden age of memory. Okay, they can memorize verses and other things properly. They are eager to learn and investigate. They like stories and good books. They have interest in collecting material. Okay, new interest, and they are full of energy. Okay, they have interest in religion and find it natural to turn to Christ. This is the age where we need to put more emphasis on the spiritual aspect of their growth. Physically, these ones are, this is the healthiest period of life. The balanced body and mind, okay? Games, marching, and other skills are readily learned. They can here learn to march, drill and march. This is the good age for us to teach them how to march and drill, all other skills, okay? Now, socially, these ones, they like secret codes and adventure. They are learning teamwork, but retain independent spirit, okay? age of exploration. This is the age of exploration. They like to explore, to learn. They show some movements they can touch here and here because they want to learn. Okay, this is the age of great hero worship. Okay, with minimal interest in the opposite sex. Spiritually, as they grow, okay, this age of keen interest in spiritual things and in work of the church. Okay, this is the peak age of baptism, right? They like witnessing activities, delight in awards, badges and ribbon, etc. So we need to give them awards as a way of maybe praising them for doing good job. Mentally, they are always alert, but subject to daydreaming periods. We need to, at all time when we teach them, make sure that they are alert. They learn quickly, both have keen interest in scientific data, and girls become more interested in homemaking. Physically, this age cohort have excellent health, rapid physical growth with tremendous appetite. Sex organs develop, making rapid changes biologically, and muscle development fails to keep pace with bone structure. So this is how they grow physically, right? And then socially, these ones, they are loyal to peers, have fear of being different from the group. They seek approval of the group for all activities. They love money with a desire to drop out of school. Their mood change frequently. They have an attraction to opposite sex. Spiritually, they have interest in spiritual things, influenced by the attitude of the group. Large number of youth are baptized at this age of 13. They determine the choice of their life work. They often experience conflicts with conscience. So this is a great opportunity when we teach this group. If they show interest to be baptized, we need to encourage them to do so. That's very important. So I so wish maybe somewhere in future, as a conference, we have what we call Pathfinder baptism, because we have this age. So this point says we have here a large number of youth that are baptized at this age. So we need to use this as an opportunity for this age cohort. Right. Mentally, these ones, they will question everything. So be ready to give answers. They want proof before accepting anything. They have great respect for scholarships. They are making definite plans to attain them. Physically, here we see sexual development, okay, a force to reckon with. Height and weight can be measured for adulthood. Their muscles become developed. They like physical fitness programs, and socially, they like cliques, okay? They like quizzes, right? They want to be surrounded by special friends, okay? They are critical and brutally frank in expressing their opinion to others. They are very sensitive and often guided by the public opinion. Then lastly, spiritually, this group, this age cohort, they either go forward by reason of wrong associates and otherwise. So we need to make sure that when they choose friends, they choose right friends. We need to advise them, okay? They have difficulty to do something of which it is foundation, okay, for which the foundation of it was not laid. So therefore, we need to give a clear background before we can have your lesson, before we can say we are teaching them something. Lay a good foundation, a clear background. Then they will work with you, they will follow you as you'll be leading them or teaching them. Right. Now, we have the late childhood, boys and girls. Let's look at girls. Girls will feel accepted and happy as a member of their own age and gender contemporaries. They find joy in making others happy, okay? becoming an effective family member and developing a growing security outside the family. That's how they behave, okay? Winning their way with a group, they love this one, and accepting their feminine role. Girls will accept that they are girls, okay? Similar behavior will be seen in boys, okay? So boys also feel accepted and wanted by his own age and sex. They begin to find joy in making others happy. Then they also respond to the group, yet feeling they can rely on parents still. They win their way with a group, and then they accept that they are boys and they are masculine. Okay. Late childhood also. Now, girls also, they develop a growing understanding and appreciation of their body. As they grow, they will appreciate their body, and they'll feel useful to someone or something, okay, and increase their competence in some skills, okay, and become more adventuresome, creative, and more skillful when they play. Similar behavior may be seen in boys, but boys, we will see them, they will be always confident, okay, of their ability to grow. They will feel useful to someone or something. So they will increase their acquaintance with adult world. They will try by all means to have or get friends at this age, okay? Then they dare to express their spirit of adventure. They want to explore, they want to learn, right? So they have increasing interest in rules of fair play and justice. They follow rules at this age. Okay, now I may not, let me skip a few slides here and only touch on the key points or key principles regarding this workshop. Right. Okay. Since the slide will be shared with us, allow me to skip some. Now, we have seen how they behave and the cause of behaviors, okay? Now, behavior causes. Usually, it is an effort to meet psychological needs, okay? Then they behave the way they behave. Like physical needs for air and food, humans have emotional needs too. Many psychologists agree that it is not intellectual, but emotional growth and change that are of central importance to our children. A young person's feeling, not understandings, are the major forces that move them. These are the causes of behavior, right? Now, causes of wrong behavior, right? We can observe them when they want to seek attention. They can behave wrongly because they want to seek attention from us, power struggles, revenge, assumed inability, rejection by peers, lack of affection at home, poor self-image, needs to test the limits. So they can behave wrongly if they show these behaviors. We can see that now, if a child behaves like this, means seeking my attention, there's something wrong, I need to then give attention quickly before things get worse, okay? Sometimes they have unfulfilled needs, lack of understanding of the leader's expectation, unsettled emotions, uninteresting Pathfinder meetings, activities, or camp. So we need to make sure that when we have their classes, our meetings, our classes are effective and they are interesting. Otherwise, they will show us wrong behaviors because they need this and that from us. Okay. Now, our role here is to motivate adventurers and Pathfinders. We need to build up relationships. We need to be role models. We need to be aware of biases. Okay, when we lead them, we need to love them all without being partial. We need to provide opportunities for youth to take opportunities because they learn by being involved. Involve youth in decision making. You don't just always decide alone. Involve them. Sometimes there should be nothing about them without them. Okay, make peer influence positive. This is our role as leaders, counselors, teachers to our children. Okay, now motivating pathfinders. Involving pathfinders in activities that build positive relationships among themselves and adults is fundamental to a Pathfinder club ministry. We need to motivate them, encourage them. How can we do this? We can use icebreaker games. We can use hands-on learning activities, teamwork, group planning, practicing drill, involvement in ceremonies, earning awards, traveling with them, etc. Okay, all these types of things, they can motivate adventurers and Pathfinder in this ministry. Okay, teach and play a game that helps them to get to know each other, whether it's Pathfinders or adventurers. Same principle applies. Okay, now effective programming and planning. When planning club programs, it is important to take into consideration the interest and the developmental needs of our youth. So we have discussed their developmental needs. Therefore, when you plan their program, you plan their program with their developmental needs in your mind, as a counselor, as an instructor, a teacher, whatsoever. What young Pathfinders or what adventurers experience as new and exciting. Teen Pathfinders or the older ones may have already been doing 2 or 3 of these things, okay? And they may consider it boring, okay? Therefore, this means you cannot repeat what the lesson that you taught them when they were adventurers. Then now teaching the same lesson when they are now Pathfinders. So they'll get it boring. So make sure at all times what you bring to them, it is new and exciting. It is common that a club will lose their Pathfinders by the time they are age 14, unless there is a new experience of Pathfindering that will challenge and excite them to stay involved. So this is a caution, leaders, okay? This age is critical. So we need to understand this age cohort, 14 years. Must make sure that you bring to them, or you bring to the class new experiences, okay? That are exciting, then you'll be keeping them. Otherwise, you will lose this class, 14 years. Okay, I think 14 years is Voyager. Discuss with participants appropriate activities for junior Pathfinders and teen. So involve them in whatever you plan to do. This is about effective program planning. Okay, we need to involve them. Now my last section is on effective club discipline. Okay, now discipline. Proper discipline. In a Pathfinder club, good discipline provides an environment that is conducive to cheerful attitudes and cooperative behavior. Discipline emphasizes guidance rather than restraint. We need to know the difference here. Okay? Discipline is constructive rather than destructive. It is not crippling, it is enabling. Discipline encourages self-control and purposeful activity and discourages punishment. It is vital to the success of a Pathfinder club and the cooperative participation of the Pathfinder staff to make sure that all staff members agree upon and follow the same discipline guidelines of the club. Whether it's adventurer or Pathfinder, here I'm presenting same principles. Right. Now, to understand discipline further, the word discipline has different meanings for different people. It can simply refer to punishment in response to some kind of misdemeanor. Discipline comes in many different ways. However, in Pathfindering, discipline needs to be seen as a positive contributor to the development of the Pathfinder character. Pathfinders need to experience a place outside of home where they can be exposed to the importance of personal and group discipline, and where discipline is seen as a positive attribute that can carry with them throughout life, right? Still on discipline, just to give you the background of this word, the word discipline comes from the Latin word disciplina, which means training. It is closely associated with the Latin word discipulus, which means a learner. These are the roots of this word, right? This is the word from which the English word disciple is derived. So the word disciple has been derived from the word discipline. The two root words lead us to understand that a disciple is a learner who is in training. Okay, this is the root meaning of the word discipline. The Bible teaches that the process of discipline or discipling or learning and training is most effective when it is carried out in a caring, supporting, and loving environment. Okay, that's how we should be exercising discipline to our children. King Solomon, in the book of Proverbs 13, verse 24, says, if you refuse to discipline your children, it proves you don't love them. If you love your children, you will be prompt to discipline them. Discipline is important, but how we do it is important also. Right. Why discipline is important? Pathfinders come from many families where discipline is administered by different methods. They come with a whole range of experiences and expectations because of their different backgrounds. Often they encounter a different kind of discipline that which is practiced at their home. Okay. They either experience a new kind of freedom with a total lack of restraint, or they encounter unaccustomed restraint. It depends on how you exercise discipline, because you need to understand that they come from a different background where discipline is exercised in different ways. There are situations where the expectations of the club regarding discipline are very different from those that are administered at home. Okay, therefore, we need to understand the basic principles of effective club discipline. One, moral or club spirit is the tangible element that determines the success of any Pathfinder club. Okay, because here we are building morals. The club spirit, the good spirit, should always prevail in our clubs. This is the result of a combination of a variety of important factors. All Pathfinders and staff members will need to work together in developing a sense of unity and belonging, and maintain interest and enthusiasm in our Pathfinders and adventurers. Right. Now, for you to work well with them, make sure that you establish rules and regulations and a point system. This must be clear. Inform the adventurers and Pathfinders of these rules. They must know your expectations, okay? And your methods you are going to use, methods of enforcement. The rules you give them should be few. Don't have a long list of rules, just few rules, okay? And they should be well considered, okay? And when once made, they should be enforced. Don't give a rule you will not administer. Present devotional admonition on discipline, explaining the pledge and law. Consistently and diligently apply training discipline. Counsel with guilty youth before disciplinary action. Okay, you don't just start with disciplining a child. You need to sit down, talk to the child, counsel with that guilty child before you can exercise any discipline. Pray with them. That's very important. Don't just exercise discipline without praying with them. Parents also need to understand the importance of club disciplinary training. All the rules you have developed as a leader or counselor, share them with the parents. They must know those rules. Okay? And when they understand those rules, they will cooperate. Okay? Now, proper and improper administration of discipline. 1. The wrong way is to crush or break the spirit by using strict force. Okay? The crushed spirit will develop distrust, evasiveness, and hatred for authority if we are using discipline in a wrong way. The correct way to administer discipline is to inspire that which is right and orderly by love, kindness, okay, and consistent example. Win the confidence of the child. Show you love them by kindness and that you expect their loyal cooperation. This correct way develops trust, compliance, cooperation, and love. So here in this slide, I'm presenting the wrong way and the correct way of doing it, of administering discipline. This is very important if you want to win them, if you want them to stay in your club or in your class. Okay. Now, so now to avoid misbehaviors, what you need to do as a counselor, as a leader. 1, you need to plan an extensive program of activities. Plan well. If you plan well, you meet them with your programs, your plans all in order. You will not see them misbehaving. Never go to the meeting unprepared. If you attend their classes, you are not prepared. They may start to misbehave, and the cause will be you as a leader. Be friendly, caring, and approachable at all times. Cultivate a sense of humor. Avoid using sarcasm and ridicule. Don't be a fault finder. Okay. Be fair and impartial. Don't have favorites. You love this one, you don't love this one. You need not to behave like that. Show self-control and be patient even under pressure. Watch the use of your voice. Speak clearly and with authority, but don't shout. Don't shout at children, okay? Don't shout at them. Even shouting is not wanted in any class. Be it we are an instructor for master guidance training, shouting is not allowed. Maintain eye contact, okay, with people as you talk with them. Because by so doing, you are developing trust issues. Give clear and precise instructions and commands. Eliminate mannerisms that could lead to ridicule. Avoid using slang or colloquialism. So when you use your language, you need to be, it must be a clear, a straightforward language, simple to understand. Don't use slang. If you do so, then you will be getting that attention. So before I close this presentation, we have do's and don'ts. Okay? Do's. Give personal counsel. Okay? Sit down with them. Speak to your class. Discuss useful matters. Okay? Use group judgment. Take care of individual differences. Okay? expel if necessary. Right. You can do these 4 items, giving personal items, using group judgment, because you are developing a program, you are planning with them. Okay. Now, but when you are punishing them, don't punish a child with anger. Okay. Don't use threats and warnings you won't carry out. Don't force apologies in public. You allow a child to stand in front of the class. You say, please apologize to what you have done to the class. Don't force this kind of apology in public, okay? Because it won't do any good to a child, okay? If you want to detain them after the club meeting, because also detaining it has its own pros and cons. Okay. Don't assign extra tasks as a form of maybe punishing them. Don't use corporal punishment. So these do's and don'ts are important, leaders. Okay. Now, so a few things here that can contribute to discipline problems. One, lack of preparation. If you go to a class, you are not prepared. Leading the class or activity haphazardly. Okay? Not starting on time. We need to be exemplary in these areas, leaders. Showing undue familiarity towards Pathfinders. You need to remain an authority, a counselor at all times. You need to be a leader in front of them. Showing undue favoritism towards Pathfinders. Love them equally. Using loud, disrespectful forms of speech. Joking and teasing excessively. Failing to model self-discipline. So these are the things we need to avoid, so that we have a good class that will behave properly, because we are not also contributing to misbehaviors. So if we do all of these things as leaders, as counselors, we are contributing to children misbehaving and disrespecting us. Right. Okay. Now, discipline procedures. The counselor should speak tactfully to Pathfinders, explain what is expected of him or her, have a private visit, and pray with him or her. Solicit the help from the deputy director, privately counsel together with the Pathfinder, earnestly solicit his or her cooperation. Okay, pray with the Pathfinder that is showing some behaviors that are not accepted, before you can expel that Pathfinder, or before you can say this Pathfinder is difficult to work with. You need to follow some steps to make sure that you win this child still to the club. Okay, this is very important. Counselor, deputy director, and director, they need to do this. Okay, because when a child is misbehaving, so all of us, we need to be involved in trying to win the child back to the club or to the class. Okay, we have counselors, deputy directors, they must also all be involved. But don't escalate minor matters to the director as a counselor. If you can deal with it as a counselor, let it be so. And then if not, then escalate the issue to the deputy director. If the deputy director is also having a challenge, can escalate the matter to the director. Okay. But what is important here is that they should counsel with the Pathfinder and explain how important it is to have unity, cooperation, and understanding spirit among the club members. An attempt to convey the seriousness of the matter, pray together with them, make appointment and visit their parents. This will help. Okay. If the Pathfinder proceeds to be disobedient and uncooperative, have a private visit and prayer with the Pathfinder. So we are doing all of these things so that we still keep or win the Pathfinder in the class. Don't be quick to say now, parents, take your child is misbehaving. Work on the child, pray with the child, then this will help the child. Okay? But if the misbehavior continues, the counselor, the deputy director or Pathfinder, they should have another meeting together outlining the following steps and action which should take place immediately. One, you refer the case to the disciplinary committee for further study. The Pathfinder's parents should be notified of this meeting. The counselor will visit the parent in his or her family. Okay. Now, I think this is where I'm ending my presentation. Thank you so much, my leader. I'm done with this presentation, and it will be shared to all of us. Thank you.
Thank you so much for the powerful presentation. My leader, I see a comment that says thank you so much as well. Any questions? Shengwe Dlamini says thank you so much for the powerful presentation. Okay, it's thank you. So it was clear, my leader. I don't see any hands, meaning everyone has been clear. Thank you so
Can I
much.
speak, my leader?
Oh, Sembi. Okay, over to you.
Yes. Okay, thank you. I've got a question on discipline. Let's say the children, the Pathfinders, they misbehave among themselves, and then it goes to parents. And then the parent, let's say the parent doesn't come to church and the child comes to church. And then the parent decides that her child does no longer come to church. She doesn't want her child to come back to church because you don't discipline your children. We try to talk to her and to no avail. What should we do in that case?
You may respond, my leader.
Okay. Thank you so much. With regard to discipline, as I mentioned in my slide, that we are dealing with children from various backgrounds, from different families where discipline is exercised differently. Okay, so I think what is important for your class, for your club, you need to lay down clear rules. Okay, those rules should be shared with the parents immediately before you do anything. Okay, where it is not clear, the parents should ask. Okay, what do you mean here? What do you mean here? When all parents are happy with the rules of your club,
Okay.
then I don't think this behavior or these actions
yes.
can come. So that's how I can answer you to say you need to have parents cooperating with you, have clear rules on discipline, and avoid disciplining children in a wrong way as presented here. But I will be happy also if other leaders here can come in to assist the leader who has asked this question.
I think it's clear, my leader.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, my leader.
Thanks, Tembile. Diko. Diko, over to you. Okay, I can't hear Diko. It seems like they're struggling with the mute. But Chido Chase is asking for the PDF of this lesson. Diko, are you there? All right. I think we'll close my leader then in the interest of time. I think, Diko, are you there? Okay, Diko, we can't hear you. I don't know if it's my network or what. But we will close in the interest of time that has joined this whole weekend. We are very much grateful for your timely attendance as well and your patience. We know it was not easy weekend, but thank you so much for your patience when we had issues with internet, with connection and all that. May God bless all of you. Mfuti, you have last words to say, then we'll ask Yongama Feni to close for us.
Thank you so much, everyone, for attending this CMT BST training. And we apologize of all the glitches that we had since Friday. We will do better next time.
Okay.
Thank you to all the presenters who have been with us throughout the weekend, who presented so well. Thank you so much. May the good Lord bless you and bless everyone as we continue to lead the young people. Thank you so much.
Good afternoon. Can we close our eyes in prayer? Our Father, who art in heaven, come unto thy throne of mercy. We are thankful for the presentations that we had throughout the weekend. We ask that may they dwell in our minds, may they help the leaders to prepare for their clubs, and may they be useful in their ministry. We ask that as people have put their time towards this program, may you bless each and every one of them, those who are listening and those who are presenters. We ask that you continue to bless us in Jesus' name, I pray. Amen.
Amen. Thank you so much, leaders.
Amen. Thank you so much.
Thank you, everyone.
Oh, hello. Can you hear me? Sorry, I think I had issues with my internet. Oh, did you pray already? Oh, sorry. But before you go, please, you prayed already.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, sorry, I think my internet. Before you go, please make sure you complete the CMT Basic Staff Training Reflection form for you to get your certificate at TOC. Thank you so much, everybody, and thank you for the prayer as well. We appreciate it. Please, can you save the link on the chat there before you go, before you log off, to complete, and then we can all log off. I'm resending the link again, the reflection. Thanks, Yongama, for the prayer. May God bless you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
All right, we learned a lot. Please remember, this is critical to complete the reflection form so that you can obtain your certificate at TOC. And please remember to write your notes. This is very important as proof of that you were available and you were attended the whole weekend. All right. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you, Mfu. Thank you to the presenters for today and for the whole weekend. May God bless all of you. And have a blessed Sunday further. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, leaders. Thank you. Bye.
Host, please, can you close the meeting?